First, we need to understand one concept called as cryptography. So, in this, do you have any idea about cryptography? So, basically, yeah, tell me. The process of encryption and decryption is called as cryptography. So, what is encryption and what is decryption, that we can understand. So, encryption is nothing but here plain text will be converted to ciphertext. So, what is a ciphertext and what is plain text, we can understand. So, internally, we have many algorithms. Depends on the authors. They are deriving different type of algorithms. All those algorithms are in the form of DLL files, and we can use those classes, and we can send text-based information, and internally it will be converted to alphanumerical digital format data. So here, example, plain text means Lokesh is a plain text, and internally L is represented as like these symbols, and O is represented with these symbols, and the K will be represented by something like exclamatory, and E is represented with some at the rate like this, and S will be depends on that they are internally represented as different type of combination characters. So this is, we call it as plain text. So, whatever original data we are giving, that is plain text, and this is ciphertext. This is ciphertext. That plain text information is converted to alphabets, numerics, special symbols, combinations will be. This is what we call it as ciphertext. So the process of encryption and as well as decryption is called as cryptography. Now here, what is encryption? So this is what we call it as encryption. A plain text information is going to convert it to ciphertext. Now, what is decryption? Reverse process of encryption. So what is reverse process? Here it is taking plain text as input and ciphertext as output. Now here ciphertext as input, whatever already the information is available in the form of cipher, that value, and here it is converted to plain text again back. So whenever we are storing the passwords into the database, even our server is available in somewhere, but they cannot see it. Our bank passwords, online whatever we are using, transactions, OTP, transaction passwords, and all, even if they have database also, they cannot see it. Why? Because these characters cannot be identified by anyone until they knows that what type of algorithm they used and what type of secret key they mention, then only they can decrypt the text and they can see it. So here we will see, depends on the input, it is going to give back the output. So totally many algorithms are there. So here encryption and decryption, while you are going to use symmetric algorithm, asymmetric algorithm. Basically, algorithms are divided like this. What is symmetric and what is asymmetric? Symmetric is for same key is used for both encryption and decryption. The key will be as a secret key. Now the symmetric cipher key is divided into block cipher. Stream ciphers means it encrypts a single bit of plain text, not a sentence, just a single word. So this text at a time. Block cipher means it takes the number of encrypts then as a single unit. Now what is asymmetric? One key for encryption and one key for decryption. That is what we call it as asymmetric. And it is also called as public key. Encryption key is public, decryption key is kept as a secret. So by using this asymmetric, anyone can encrypt the message by using encryption key, but the messages is decrypted by only decryption key. Now hybrid encryption, combination of both the two. Symmetric algorithm and asymmetric algorithm, if you use it together, is called as hybrid. Means two times we are encrypting as well as decrypting internally by using some false data. False data means first original name is Lokesh only, but we are not going to render for encryption same data. We will use along with that some name as like this. But actual information is only here, not like this name. Everything we have to apply something like SRC for ICICI, something like this. So every name, whenever another name is coming, something like Pallavi, same thing will be added as a false data. Like this. So what happened here? The original text will be this, but for the original text again we are adding some extra content is this. So first time we are encrypting this newly added suffix for every string is one encryption. Again our original data also should be encrypted. Next we are combining both the two. That is what we call it as hybrid. So for this, even if they will trace out the algorithm and even if they decrypt, they cannot understand that that is the original data. And some other something like whatever text we have taken after third character, we can insert some false character. After second character again, third means fifth character, again we will insert one more, something like that, so that this is not having a complete meaning. It's again while you are going to decrypting, we can trace out third index, we have to remove the character, and again after fifth we have to remove the character, something like that. The way of encryption, the same way of decryption we can apply. So like this different type of things, we can hide the original information. Now, the famous algorithms which are predefined and mostly used for all the projects are decryption, data encryption standards DS, Blowfish, and triple DS, 3DS, and advanced encryption standards, something like Resental symmetric algorithm RSA. So this is the DES algorithm. Always we need to remember whenever we are going to apply any encryption standards, all these encryptions will be encrypted from system.cryptography namespace. So for this we need to write two classes. One is a encryption, sorry, two methods. One is encryption purpose one method and decryption purpose another method. And for this always we have to give one secret key. Secret key means even they know the code and they know how to encrypt and decrypt, but they cannot convert the information from plain text to cipher, because we will give one security key here. Means if we will give 1 4 5 6 8 9 something like this number, if the same number they can apply in a code, not in a conversion and all, in that code, then only our plain text will be matches the code it has to convert. Otherwise, no one will be going to break it. So here, this is one method for plain text to cipher. We are taking a plain text as an input. Now, we are going to convert this plain text to bytes. First, bytes converting means A for 65. 65, it will be converted to byte array. So, every text it is going to convert and store it into byte array. Now, what is a predefined algorithm? MD5, message digestive file, is a class. We are creating an object to this particular class, and this class has methods for encryption as well as decryption. So now what we are going to do, whatever security key we created in the above, this security key is converted again into bytes. Whatever you want to protect your passwords under, then you have to give any number. So now this is security key. So first plain text is converted to byte. Next security key also converted to byte. Now deallocating the memory. Now what we have to do? We are going to take the reference of triple DES. DES algorithm. DES algorithm. Data encryption standards. What are the standards here? We'll see.